We starting now, baby. Activated in quarantine.
Coronavirus style.
Boo.
We here, baby. Season 3.
Inside.
We here inside.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy as fuck.
Yeah,
It's
it's pretty
crazy.
fun. It's pretty fun just looking at how fun outside is.
All right. Did y'all think that a lockdown was really going to happen? When did you realize and think that a lockdown would happen?
Like,
When did you realize that anything is possible? When Kevin Garnett said
is when it became possible.
Long time ago.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Me personally, I knew, hey, when my boss was like, hey, check this out. We ain't got nothing to worry about until they close Disney. Once Disney closed, then we're
The
fucked.
next day,
And it was like the
forget all that.
next day.
He said, yeah, G. So he kind of plugged. He knows some people, you know what I'm saying, that know things and place, you know what I'm saying. He know people. People we know people. And he was like, man, as long as Disney is open, everything good. The next day, he was like, Disneyland is closing for the third time in history. I said, we finna be inside.
Man, and then really, once they shut down the bars and shit, I was like, fuck.
Oh, yeah, we was over with.
I was like, all ain't too far. Because if you think bars and nightclubs spread germs, you ain't never been to an outside mall.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, it's just.
I'm surprised they did it. They did it. It took them a long time, but they kind of did it quicker than I expected in a way too. I thought it would be like another week or two out, but once it started happening, them motherfuckers did not miss a heartbeat, bro.
Nah.
Hey, but Wuhan, I'm telling you, Wuhan is still on lockdown. It's been 2 months. They say Wuhan's not on lockdown and that China has no new cases. Them motherfuckers are still on lockdown.
Well, we talking about China though. China controls what gets reported, what makes it even all the way over. So
does the U.S. though. The U.S. controls their numbers too.
I mean,
but yeah, I wouldn't.
It's a hand-in-hand thing, bro. It's a
hand-in-hand. But there, they control every number. Here, it's a little leeway.
I mean, not kind of, bro. I think we do similar shit, but it's a good way to start. I mean, we can start with the history.
That's two different things, though. What us doing it and what doing it is like, or we do the similar thing, like, yeah, we do, but I'm talking about strictly them, like.
Well, I don't believe shit that's came out of there, bro. They've had way more cases than they've reported. That shit, they've had way more deaths than they reported. They're acting like that everything's okay. They're not reporting any new local cases. They're full of shit.
I find that hard to believe too, because China is one of the most densely populated countries.
Well, their cities are crazy, and there's always shit that comes out of there because of the wildlife trade, and in their culture they eat everything, bro. They have wet markets where they kill live animals, eat live animals. You've seen the videos. So
no, I haven't seen the videos, but I believe it.
That shit's a real easy way for it to spread any type of virus. And so I don't think that, like, people think it's a bioweapon, you feel me?
But I think people in a lot of cultures
I think they were researching shit, bro, and they just accidentally let that shit out on accident, bro. Because the first SARS, bro, in 2002, that's it. I mean, it like basically they accidentally let it out. But nah, it's different in China, bro. Them motherfuckers eat everything, bro. Everything. Every part of the body, bro. Every part of the animal. Every plant. Them motherfuckers eat everything.
Everything is edible.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean,
but I think to an extent though, you can't. I feel like nobody on purpose is like, I'm finna eat this and get a disease.
Nah, like swine flu started in Mexico, so virus outbreaks start anywhere, bro. Like there's reports, and they think that the Spanish flu started in Kansas.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm dead
I heard
ass.
about that.
I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass.
Yeah, I
And
heard about
swine
that.
flu started in Mexico. They know exactly. They're smart, bro. They can pinpoint that shit, bro. And that's what I
Yeah.
mean is in China they pinpointed the very first cases in humans to November 17th, 2019.
Yeah.
That's the first cases. So it's been 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
5 months, bro. And so what they say is that the virus came from a bat. And then it got transferred to a pangolin. Y'all know what a pangolin is? Here, I'm gonna show
Was
you.
that a pig?
No. It's a snake.
Nah, it's not a snake, bro.
Oh no, it's like a dragon type armadillo looking thing. Yeah, I
Yup.
seen it before. Somebody else showed me. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember it.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds you of like
That's
an
exactly what it
armadillo.
is. It's
Yup.
like an aardvark looking.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, somebody banged that bitch. Somebody seen that shit? They was like, that shit look good to the motherfucker.
well, okay, so it's the most like trafficked animal, basically, like wild animal in the world. Because it's widely used for like Eastern medicine, basically. And so it's a mammal. This shit is a mammal. So
Okay.
that's why you can basically get the virus. I mean, viruses can go through snakes and stuff like that, I guess. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
normally we get them from other mammals. So that's where
That
they think
makes
it
sense.
really started. And then it got in the Wuhan wet market,
So a bat bit that motherfucker?
something like that. Most likely, yeah. Or maybe ate you know what I mean? They ate the same food or something. I don't know. But
Yeah.
these are wet markets. So
They came in contact somehow.
yeah. And then people likely ate, meat from a pangolin here, or it spread in the wet market, and then that's how it started.
Yeah. Because the meat with the other meat, and the person touching that meat and then touching the other meat, or they eating the
Eating
meat and then
uncooked
it's
meat, yeah, and you've got cooked
when
food
I
next to
heard
raw food.
yeah, I heard it was just in somebody's body and then it spread through a family because they found the family. Like you said, they had pointed
Yeah.
the exact family that it started at.
Mm-hmm.
so for people who don't know what it does, what exactly does it do? Like, okay, we know it started. We know how reportedly it started, but now what does it do? What does it do to the body? Like, we know it's a flu, so obviously it affects your respiratory, breathing and sinuses and stuff like that. But what else does
So
it do?
so from what I understand, it's technically called SARS-2, right? So that stands for severe acute respiratory syndrome.
Yep.
That's so that's
COV,
like
COV, SARS-CoV, coronavirus. So severe
yeah,
acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2. And so that's the virus name is SARS-CoV-2.
yeah, yeah. My bad. Thank you for correcting me on that. So yeah, and so yeah, you can't. It's a respiratory type thing. So he finna pull it up, I assume. So yeah, it's a respiratory syndrome. You pretty much it makes it hard to breathe. Um, but yeah, you explain it better than me, Q, with the receptors. I know pretty much it puts mucus in your lungs and
All right. Well,
yeah,
okay.
something like that.
Basically the virus
Fluid. My bad,
binds
not
to
mucus.
the researchers found that the molecular bond between SARS-CoV-2 spike protein and ACE2 looks fairly similar to the binding pattern of the coronavirus that caused the outbreak of SARS in 2003. There are some differences, however, in the precise amino acids used to bind SARS-CoV-2 to that ACE2 receptor compared with the virus that causes SARS. So they've been able to like research coronaviruses and obviously SARS for a while. And so they know that these viruses, they basically attach to ACE2 receptors, and you have ACE2 receptors in your lungs, and you also have them in other parts of your body. Like men have a lot of ACE2 receptors in their testicles. So you have them in different areas. You have them also in some areas in your nervous system. So they're worried about the virus being able to attack your nervous system also. And
That's crazy.
SARS, the original SARS virus, has been shown to do that too.
See, I didn't know that though. You just put me on game to that.
Yeah.
And so,
That's
listen,
crazy.
the thing is people need to understand it's not like the flu. This is something that is novel, which means new, which means your body has never seen anything like it before. So when your body gets hit with that, what happens is your immune system does not know how to respond to it. So in
Yeah,
some
so
cases, your immune
you
system
can.
can start attacking your own like good cells.
That makes sense.
And so what that can do is like when the Spanish flu, young people died because their immune responses were so strong because they didn't recognize the virus that there were a lot of young deaths. But luckily we haven't seen a lot of young deaths with coronavirus.
Yeah. But
Out of the total deaths,
it's still a percentage. It's still a percentage, though. You know what I'm saying? You still don't want to be.
Oh, you
You
don't
want
want to
the
get
number to be zero. Yeah, you want the number to be zero.
yeah,
People
absolutely.
like, man, not that many people dying. Shit, you don't want
There's
nobody
still
to
dead
die at
people
all.
dying.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, man, well, hold on. You know
The
what
Yeah,
I'm saying? That's
object is
like
to
your
have
mama or your
nobody
auntie or
die.
something. Yeah,
look, I'm gonna show you something.
that's the crazy part.
Here, this right here, total coronavirus cases across the world. These are confirmed cases. So 304,000 right now. Deaths, 12,977 across the world. I want y'all to see something though. This is the total deaths. This number right here, 1,597. That's in one day. That shit has gone up. Remember before I was telling y'all just Italy was only like 400? In Italy, within the last 24 hours, 793 deaths. That
Yeah,
shit
look
has
at it right.
gone up.
I mean, look at it right there. Total deaths.
Look at this. Total deaths, 4,825. Italy has more deaths than China did. What does that tell you? China was fucking lying about their numbers. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. They're about to overtake total cases for China too, 53,000. And look at the U.S. We're right behind, 24,000
And
just in
yet
24 hours.
but the source country is about to get surpassed.
They only have 81,000 cases reported. Bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah, bro. You can't sit there and tell me the most populated country in the world started a virus pandemic, and they have and there's countries that have gotten it. Like when do we know when the first Italy case was confirmed?
I mean, I think it was early.
How long after China?
Okay, so January 31st, I think it said, is their first. The Italian government, okay, so it first confirmed to spread in Italy on January 21st, 2020, when 2 Chinese tourists in Rome tested positive for the virus. So that's the first time. And then they on March 8th, they locked down their country.
So that was, you said February or January 31st, and
Almost
within
2
a week.
months ago.
But within a week, they canceled everything.
No, within a month, about a month and a half. But a cluster of cases was later detected with 16 confirmed cases on the 21st of February. So that's when they started. It started spreading like crazy. The 21st is when they started getting a lot of cases of February. And then 2 weeks later, they shut down. 3 weeks later on March 8th.
Okay. I'll say my screen sharing is blocking some of the information, so that's why I couldn't see it. So, and when was the first China one? The first China one was in like November, right?
November 17th, but they didn't report it until December 31st. They didn't report a lot of cases.
So even still, we're looking at either between 1 to 2 months difference between China's first case, whether you call it in November or you call it in December, and Italy's first case in January. And you mean to tell me that within within like the last like month, Italy have more cases and more deaths than China? Like,
They're full of shit. That's what I'm saying. It was way worse. You don't lock down half of your country in China and ruin your economy just for some regular old flu, bro. You just it doesn't happen like that. You don't board people up in their apartments, even if it's China and they do drastic measures for just something simple like a flu.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't happen, bro. It doesn't happen.
This is crazy, man. 2020 and started off in some shit, boy.
Man, bro.
Hey, the decade was like, hey, you thought the 2010s is about, hold up. 2020 was like, hold up, hold my here.
Holeless.
Shit, man.
So yeah, bro. So that's crazy that something, and people are still downplaying it too. I mean,
okay.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Really quick, let me be the one to say this. Like, I joke about it. I truly do. Because I mean, you got to find some kind of positivity out of all of this. You know, it definitely is serious because, I mean, my mom is in that critical age. You know, my mom has pancreatic cancer. You know, like that shit is no joke. Tia's mom is, you know, in a nursing home. Like, she can't go outside. She's locked down on her floor. You know, like that shit is serious. You know, and and that's the thing too. Is like it's not about you. Well, it's not about you. This isn't about something that affects you. It's about something that affects somebody you
other people
possibly know. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's real. That's the best way to put it, bro.
Like, this isn't this. I feel like, and this is the bittersweet things about it. It's like, it's fucked up because, yeah, we're stuck in a house. We can't really do nothing. We can't really leave. Your daily life has shifted dramatically. But, like, I'm starting to look at it as, like, it's for a reason. Hey, the earth was like, all right, check this out. I've been letting y'all run around for a little too long now, you know, and y'all starting to get out of control. Sit your ass down, take a time out. We're going to start this shit fresh. Unfortunately, you know, it comes with casualties, you know, but
it's like chill.
Yeah, but it's also a how do I say this? It also reveals who we are as people.
Yeah,
as a country, as a government, as an entire species. You know, are we going to be selfish and just think about ourselves and not realize consequences that comes with that, i.e. being outside, not practice social distancing, not being fucking clean and washing your fucking hands and shit like that, and, you know, which all comes down to the basics? Or are we going to, like, do what the fuck we need to do and get this shit? The quicker it's like a kid when you don't want to do. The quicker you do that shit, the quicker we can get this shit over with.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but yeah, I joke about it, but shit, joking and laughing about it helps me get through the day.
Yeah, no, I feel it totally. But that song they made with Cardi B voice, it'd be like, coronavirus, coronavirus, coronavirus. It's like, whoop, coronavirus. That's it. That's it. That's sure.
The cough part is the best part of that video.
Yeah, that's sure. You already know what I'm talking about.
It's cool to laugh,
but it's serious though.
But at the same time, I feel like a lot of people they took the laughing too far. That they don't take life serious enough, and you know what I mean. Some people just don't understand that
I mean,
the world
like I said
is
that
very
before,
connected. Bro. What were you saying?
I said that before, bro. My bad. Yeah, my bad.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, but that was my train of thought because I was really like how you were saying the world was connected. I was really on that.
But it is, bro. The world is hella connected, and people don't think that, you know, that life can get you, bro. Americans really are. A lot of people are sheltered, bro.
Yeah, people like, oh man, that shit over there in China, man. That shit ain't over here. That shit on TV. Oh, on my phone. That shit on Facebook.
And
And
people
that
don't
shit come
realize.
right to your doorstep.
Yup. And it's not just the virus, bro. Look at all the unemployment, bro. People getting laid off. People have, you know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah.
Hey, I just saw this thing. It was like, yo, airlines could have been cheap. Wi-Fi could have been a utility.
Oh yeah, all of this.
Kids
We
could
could
have
have been
been
had
got
free.
free
We could have
laptops
been
and free
had free
Wi-Fi.
education. We could have been had health care. We could have been
Pregnant
solved the
women,
homeless shit.
yeah,
We could have
pregnant
been.
women, yeah. My
All
bad.
of this
What
could
you
have
saying?
been done, and that's what I was talking to you about the other day, bro. I was like, how is it that Q, really quick, how many people are in this country? What's the U.S. population? Like
It's
300
like
million?
330 million.
Okay, how many of those do you
Yeah.
think are taxpayers?
I mean, tax
330.
paying age, or actually pay.
No.
I don't know.
How
100.
many Americans you actually think pay taxes?
Probably half.
Probably half.
Yeah.
So you want to give
70%.
70%. Okay, let's put it at 200. Does 200 sound right?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Okay, 200 million Americans, and you want to give each one of these people, a check, a stimulus check, if you want to call it, for 1,000 to 200, to 2,000, 1,000 to $2,000. That's over $600 billion, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I mean, probably just for 1 month. It's
Just
a lot
1
of
month.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of money.
But if I'm not mistaken, it cost a shit ton less to solve the homeless crisis that we have. It costs a shit less to feed everybody, to give schools, free lunchings, free healthcare. Like, all of this shit costs way less than that, but we don't got the money for it.
Bro.
But because the money that we did give you guys for Medicare and all this kind of shit that y'all taking and do research for, you got us out here assed out now. And the best thing to tell us is stay in the house and wait.
Yeah, so what y'all think about Trump not accepting the test from the World Health Organization?
Because their motherfuckers are trying to make money, bro. Come on, bro. It's all about money. And
what you think about, if I'm not mistaken, Jared Kushner brother gonna make money off of
bro, it's just a time in crisis. The rich make more money, bro. They don't do this shit. The virus wasn't released so that the rich can make more money. The rich make more money and take advantage of people in this type of situation. Why the fuck are we gonna bail out airline companies? Fuck them, bro. Fuck all these companies. We don't need to bail out shit. We need to bail out the American people. I'm not saying, look, bro. I'm saying, why
no.
not?
Mark
Hold
Cuban.
on, let Q finish, because he said, look, bro.
Why not just go through? I don't get it. Why can't you just stop evictions and stop having people to pay rent for a couple months? And why don't people just collect some money who are already on, who are unemployed now or something, and do the shit we normally do? Why you want to? I know people like the idea of a bunch of money, just everybody gets $2,000, but it's gonna make your money worth shit. It's going to make them more money. The government doesn't give a fuck about us. Why now they want to give people money? Why all of a sudden you want to give people fucking money when you're going to get that money, you're still going to have to pay rent? Fuck out of here, bro. That shit's ridiculous, bro. That shit's ridiculous. They could give money to people who are unemployed and shit, and they can do the same thing that they've been doing. They've been trying to cut food stamps hella for the last year. They pulled hella people off of them before this.
They already did. Yeah,
This shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. Why can't if you're unemployed and you get money from the government, you're still gonna have to pay rent. So why can't you just stop fucking rent payments? Why people still might be evicted around the country? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, hey man, check this out. And that's the thing, like with Trump, like he waived all in student loan interest. What the fuck does that got to do with anything?
Why can't you just cancel the debt like we've already been trying to do, like student loan debt in the first place? That's my thing. They pumped $1.5 trillion into the stock market last week, and you can take that and homeless and fucking cancel student loan debt on top of that. That shit's going to help people, bro. That shit would help people.
Again, but Q, where do we have the money for that? Where do we have the money for that? We don't have the money for student. We don't have money to give everybody Remember, we don't have money to give everybody.
Man, that shit is about
We don't
interest,
have
my
money,
G.
bro. It's all
It's
about
about
businesses and
it's
making
about
fucking money.
it's about debt. The United States is based on debt.
That's the money.
So
Yeah, that's the currency.
exactly. The currency is debt, bro. So they give you a plastic, right? And the piece of plastic has X amount of invisible dollars on it. You know what I'm saying? And they give you an account. Account got invisible dollars on it. You know what I'm saying? When you it's so they pretty much put you in debt with interest, right? So they give you money and they charge you on the money that they give you, but the money ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, they
so
lend
it's
you
all
money
it's
and then
all
you
on
gotta
interest.
pay them back more money.
And that's how the loan system works, bro. The loan system works
Have you
all
seen
on debt.
what Mark Cuban said?
Well, he said something that I agreed with. I don't know what. He was on point though, bro. Businesses are ridiculous, bro. We don't need to fucking bro. We do not need to fucking.
Can we read this?
We don't need to bail out shit, but the people, bro. That's what fucking pisses me off.
Yeah. But look, he was saying like if that's what you're going to do, then understand that they don't need to be able to do this stuff.
And they need to pay the government back and the taxpayers back. That's what you need to do. If we're gonna give all these airlines, fuck out of here. You expect us to save, but the companies can't save to be prepared for it to be out of business for a couple months. What about all the small businesses and shit? We know all these motherfuckers have money. Quit playing, and they want more money. They want to be bailed out by us, and then it's gonna put the people into more fucking debt.
Yeah. It's a loan somewhere, bro, and somebody got to pay the interest on it. I mean,
I know, bro, back in the day, I used to think Mark Cuban was a clown, but bro, that fool is really kind of on point about a lot of shit
genius,
too.
Bro, he been doing this for a while. Like, he's been doing this like before internet.
And bro, like someone I know that they got laid off temporarily. They called it a temporary layoff, and they work at the Marriott. A temporary layoff, and they did it to like 130,000 employees. Like, and basically what it does is the company doesn't have to pay them now. They get it from the funds from the state. You know what I mean? From unemployment and shit. You got to file for unemployment. Look at how many people are about to file for unemployment and shit. Like, it's just ridiculous, bro. And the company
at one time. And think about how many companies gonna do that.
Bro, the airline industry has been hit for like a month and a half, and they're begging to be bailed out already. We already did this with the banks in 2008, bro.
And the automotive industry.
And them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about us. That's, you know what I mean? It's crazy. And people profit. That's what I mean. People profit off a disaster. That doesn't mean that they made the disaster, but people always profit off of disaster, and that's what's happening now. That's why the U.S. took so long to fucking actually do shit. They needed to figure out, even though the stock market's going down, a bunch of people have made a shit ton of money selling off their stocks, all those rich motherfuckers.
But here's the thing, though.
There's 4 Congress people that sold all their stocks 2 weeks before. I don't know their names. I can look it up though real quick.
Bro,
I mean,
it's also
it's not even
legal.
that. Look at
they made it legal for Congress members to insider trade.
Bill Gates stepped down.
Because they make the law, my nigga. If you made the law, would you not make the law for you to be able to insider? You know what I'm saying? Come on now, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
It's common sense though, and that's just not knocking the integrity of anybody. You see what I'm saying? That's just human beings. If you want, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna be positive. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna be manipulative. You know what I'm
saying? Somebody's gonna be an opportunist, and that's what they're gonna call it, is being an opportunist.
Yeah, people gonna be yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, the thing with the toilet paper, just real quick, is motherfuckers are go out and buy toilet paper to scalp toilet paper. That's why motherfuckers are out of toilet paper. It's not because people were panic buying toilet paper. It's because motherfuckers, same with like Lysol wipes. People go out there, baby wipes, like at Costco, they go in there and they were buying all the shit in the beginning. So people who individual couldn't go get a pack of toilet paper. And then everybody acts like it's this big thing, people freaking out about toilet paper. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what people want to worry about, is people buying toilet paper. You know what I mean? In the world, who fucking cares what people buy in a situation like this? Like, why do you care? You know what I mean? As long as people aren't fucking buying a shit ton of it to hoard it for themselves or to scalp people. You know what I mean? Who cares? There's way more other shit to be worrying about in this situation.
Hey, this what I didn't get, bro. This what I didn't get. Like, you go in the grocery stores, all the toilet paper's gone, all the sanitizer's gone, all the Clorox wipes,
all the meat gone.
all the meat gone, but you leave all of the vitamins on the shelves.
Yeah, I got some vitamins and some turkey.
The fruits, the vegetables. I mean, I seen bananas. Yeah. Bananas were sold out at Vaughn's the other day. But that was the only fruit that was sold out. The only fruit.
Bro. Oh, no. They got apples, grape, orange.
Dead ass, G. Dead ass.
I went at the crib. I got blueberry, orange. Yeah.
Yesterday in 1 hour. Huh?
El Super? No, I go to Pancho Villa. But it's El Super cousin, though, so it's the same.
Nah.
What'd you say? My bad.
No, you good. Yesterday, I went to Sprouts, I went to Vaughn's, and I went to Target. Because, you know, they all right across the street from my house. Did all of those in an hour. Got everything I needed. Got toilet paper, got paper towels, got Clorox wipes, got fruit. Restock. Huh?
You call them on the restock.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. They're going to restock. Like,
see, but niggas ain't trying to. If you 80 though, you can't go outside on the restock, nigga. You're not trying to catch that Rona.
I feel it, and I understand that. I do.
I appreciate some people being positive, and the thing is in times like this is when you really see kind of like human innovation, and hopefully this.
Oh, creativity.
Hopefully it's a time people really come together, bro. It could be bad, bro, but it's up to us. You know what I mean? Like,
to be inspiring and be connected
and relax, bro. Like, it may take a few months. It might take 3, 6, 9. What if it takes a year and we're like this, bro? People got to get away from the shock, bro. Like, the world, you know what I mean? People are still in shock that this shit is happening, and people got to move towards, like, it's already happened and this is the new way of life. And that's been my point I've been trying to make to other people, is it's time to realize that the world has changed. It's not going back to the way it was, bro. It's not. No matter what people want to say, bro, it's never going to be the same. It's one of those things that for our whole lives we'll be talking about, bro. We're in the biggest quarantine across the world ever, bro, right now. The whole world is locked down. Come on, bro.
The whole world, bro.
I do want to say this, though. Rudy Gobert still got to get his ass beat.
Yeah, he fried. He finna go to the Rockets, though.
He needs to get his ass beat, bro. Like, he single-handedly shut down the sports world. Hey, okay.
I mean, it was in New York already, though. Was it New York?
But before you go on, I'll show you New York. The cases. New York has right now the most cases in America, 11,000, bro. Compared to, look at Washington, New Jersey, and California. Bro, New York itself is about to be like Italy, bro.
Show Indiana real quick.
Indiana
is probably not even testing, bro. 129. Bullshit.
Hey, that's because the meth heads is powerful, boy. They battling that corona with a vengeance.
Yeah. Them niggas out there with no teeth. They're like, coronavirus.
So I'll say one thing about the NBA shit is
about
that
meth. Oh, okay.
No, not meth. I think that the universities closing down is what really sparked people to realize that this was changing. But then the NBA, when that shit happened and they shut down, that changed it for the normal person. That changed it for the people who don't pay attention to shit except for themselves.
Adam Silver said it best. He was like, nobody took this stuff seriously until the NBA did what it did.
Well, I think
because it was the first league, right? It was the first league.
I mean, it's the first. Like, okay, a school couldn't.
It's because America's obsessed with celebrities, bro, and that's what kicked it off for the normal person. But I really
sports.
Yeah, I really think the universities closing down and kicking people out, like Harvard was one of the first ones to do it. That told a lot of people who pay attention, like shit is about to really speed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But the NBA changed shit. That changed
And
everything.
when Disney closed.
And Disney.
But yeah,
Disney's
the
closed
NBA,
3 times in history.
yeah, the NBA. Adam Silver said he was like they weren't taking it seriously enough until we did what we did, and it truly is. He's right. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, the school shutting down, like, that's like, oh, okay, that's kind of serious, you know. But when the NBA was like, all right, check this out. We halfway through the season, but we canceling all of this shit. All of this is done, and everybody, oh, you know. Then you got America's favorite pastime, baseball. Is like, yeah, we good. And March Madness. You know what that does to Vegas? Places like Vegas, March Madness. Like, and they got that shit canceled. It's just like, that fucked up. Then people started realizing that fucks up not so much, you know, immediate money, but incoming money, like
That's a
potential
lot
money.
of money, bro. People
Potential money is a lot of fucking money. Potential money doesn't have no accurate number. It's anything
Yeah.
plus what you already have.
A question for you, Q, after you done talking, Delaney.
No, you good. That's what it. That's just lets you know like what it took to put the country on notice and you know that this shit is not a joke. This shit is not the shit you know you play around with.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. So when you say this is how the world is gonna be, what you mean exactly? This is how it is now. Like, what you mean by that? Like, people gonna be
Like
on the inside, and we gotta like.
yeah. So to me, people think this is gonna only be 2 weeks, bro. It's gonna be a long time, a couple months, bro. I think not even until like July we might even see people coming back to work, bro. That's when I think that things might even start getting a little bit better. I'm telling you, the government, they're preparing all across the world for this pandemic to last about 18 months. So the problem is, listen, the problem is coronavirus is so infectious. For every one person, you could infect up to 6 or 7 people, even more. So it's even more infectious than they realized, which they're dumb because in China, they were basically saying it's super infectious. I mean, that was the only thing that they were telling the truth about. So if you start getting people
Yeah,
to go
exactly.
back to work early, you're going to start spreading it again. So we have to like, it's going to be different for a couple months, bro. People are used to the rapid news cycle. And so they think it's going to be over next week. It's going to be a couple months, bro. SDSU, no classes all across the board, all across America. No more face-to-face classes at the university. The whole semester is now online. California preparing for their elementary schools, middle schools, high schools to be done all the way until next fall. That's when they're thinking kids might start coming back to school. That's a
That's
long
crazy.
time.
That's
I didn't know that.
what's that? 5 months?
6
months?
California was basically saying Newsom was basically saying, y'all get ready. Kids aren't coming back to school for the rest of the year, basically. We'll be lucky
I
if
know. I
people
saw
go
that.
back.
Yeah.
We'll be lucky.
Yeah.
So that's
So
what I
y'all got
mean
it.
by that.
Okay. Okay. Say no more. Y'all got any final notes or any? I mean, y'all wanna?
Nah, you got a boop quote or what? We need a positive boop quote.
We do need a positive boop quote.
I got one. I got one, and I posted it today.
All right, yeah, and then I'll talk about it. Just say something about it.
Learn to appreciate what you have before time makes you appreciate what you had.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. You know who said that?
No, it was anonymous.
Okay. Before time makes you appreciate what you had. Okay, so on that one, I'm gonna talk about appreciation because you said appreciate twice, so I think that's good. So it's a few things with that, especially that part. So when you appreciate something, okay, so our brains are made of memories, right? So a memory is an emotion attached to a certain spot in time, and your brain takes a snap of it. So now again, when you think about something like that, your brain is usually emotionally attached to whatever that emotion was. So it makes you remember that. So in saying that, when you walk through life, when you walk through different difficulties, however you look at it, that's how things are. So I'm gonna add another quote in that. Confucius said, "The person that says I can and the person that says I can't usually both right." So if you go in there and you don't appreciate the little things, when God or the universe or whatever you believe in, whenever you get the opportunity to have better things, you won't be able to make the most out of it.
Yeah.
And then it's especially with time, because if you don't appreciate things now, once you lose it, then that's when you really gonna wish you had it again.
You appreciate things. You appreciate things the most when you don't have it, and you had it.
Yeah, and I think appreciation also comes down to having an understanding that everything is temporary. So just like you said, Q, that's why I was really interested in that, bro, is because everything is temporary in like our life, like our time on Earth, like happiness, sadness, uh, uh, going through a struggling time, going through a happy time. Everything is temporary. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is linear. Nothing is like the same always. So appreciate the little things when you have it, especially in that small sliver of time, because it's going to be temporary and you're not going to have that. It's going to die. It's going to change. You're going to lose your parents. You're going to lose yeah, exactly. Like right now.
Like right now. That's why I said that, is because like none of it was all good just a week ago.
Yeah.
It was all good just a week ago.
Yeah, bro. I had two shows. It was still cracking. Coronavirus was cracking. I had a show on Friday, Saturday, bro. And I was like, man, I'm finna just walk in, do this, and walk out.
Yeah, people were posting about their events. I'm like, there's no way them motherfuckers are gonna go on, bro.
Hey.
Yeah.
They started.
And it went on, bro. And I was uninformed. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was just uninformed. But I appreciate that time now.
You was just in class last week.
Yeah. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we gotta appreciate what we have while we have it, before we like. But that's, you know what, I'm starting to think that's just human nature, because we do it in so many different things. You know, we do it in sports, we do it with like everyday life, we do it with a lot of things, and like this virus is like it's a gift and a curse. It's bittersweet. You know, it's good that it made the world slow down.
Pain causes awareness, bro.
Yeah, the world. It sucks to say, but
pain
it
causes
really
awareness,
did.
bro.
Yeah, it did. I agree. I agree.
Pain causes awareness, bro. You don't realize shit until it hurts you or excites you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I agree with y'all. That's some.
So yeah. So on the end note, yeah, appreciate everything in the time that you got it, because I wish I could be out doing shows right now. And I you know, make the most out of the time that I had it. So realize that everything's temporary and appreciate it at the time that you have it, because it won't always be the same for as long as it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. You gotta appreciate life, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate what you have, man, because you never know when that shit's gonna change, and it can change real fast.
Hey, man, I'm almost 30 years old and I'm grounded. What kind of shit is that?
Hey, so activated, baby. Brad. We about to be here. What? Every week? We gonna be here every week or what?
Yeah, you already know. Every week.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. I don't really care.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, you do. You know,
just appreciate when we're here, baby. Appreciate when we're here.
You know what we're doing.
We doing it every week
now.
Bro.
All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Good looking, y'all.
Y'all be blessed.
All right, boy.
Week.
Hey.